So I was telling you that this is an introduction. So I was telling you that in methods of composting, there are mainly two types. Are composting is done in two ways. One is aerobically and another one is anaerobically. In aerobic methods of composting, usually composting is done by putting the waste above ground or above the ground level, maybe on open ground with the shade or without the shade, or maybe by constructing the pits above the ground. Maybe these pits may have a shade or may not have a shade. Whereas in case of anaerobic composting, so pits are opened below the ground. Below the ground, pits are opened, and in which the decomposing waste are put in orderly manner, and it is decomposed. In case of aerobic decomposition, so there will be excess of more oxygen. So this availability of oxygen is made to get more and more by frequent turnings in some of the methods. And usually aerobic composting will happen at faster rate because of availability of more oxygen. So compared to anaerobic decomposition. And in aerobic composting, so there will be oxidation. The organic residues, whatever they are undergoing decomposition, so it will undergo oxidation. It will produce carbon dioxide, water, and mineral nutrients, and there will be production of large amount of energy, because majority of these oxidation reactions are exothermic in nature, are energy releasing. Some amount of energy released here is utilized back by microorganisms, and majority of the energy will be released into the mass or heap of the composting material, which will increases the temperature of the decomposing heap. So this temperature increase may be up to 60, 70 or up to 85 degrees centigrade. Okay, so because of this increased temperature, so weed seeds as well as pathogenic microorganism will be killed in aerobic method of composting. Whereas in anaerobic method of composting, there is no availability of oxygen, and majority of the degradation processes or reactions are reduction processes. So because of there is no availability of oxygen, majority of processes are reduction processes, and the energy released during these reactions are very less, and majority of this energy is utilized by microorganisms themselves, and the temperature increase in the composting heap will not be more. So because of which in anaerobic methods, there will not be proper sterilization, or there will not be proper destroying of weed seeds and pathogenic organisms. Okay, so when you compare aerobic composting and anaerobic composting is the best method of or efficient method of composting, which will give a good quality compost in a shorter period of time, which is free from weed seeds and pathogenic organisms. Okay, so whatever the materials I explained till now, that is not put in slide. So this is just a background information or introduction I have given. So now, so we will see 3 or 4 methods of popular methods of composting which are used for production of compost from agriculture and horticultural waste. Okay. So in methods of composting in India, there are 4 methods of composting which are popularly used. So these methods include Indore method of composting, Bangalore method of composting, Nadaf method of composting, and Coimbatore method of composting. So the material used for composting includes, so what are all the waste we can include for composting? So all the material which are plant based, all the waste material which are originated from plant can be used for composting. Example, so they have given some of the examples here. So mixed plant residues, all farm or crop waste, all types of straw, paddy, wheat, bajra, any millets, wood ashes, wood powder, all animal dungs, all waste which are originated from cattle sheds or animal sheds. So unfed fodder and other thing, animal urine, sugarcane trash, leaf litter, whether it is a fresh leaves or dry leaf, vegetable residues or kitchen waste, soil or mud. To some extent, we also utilize soil. So all types of weed plants, all the leaves and twigs from all types of green manures, stalks of crops like stalks of maize, stalks of red gram and other crops, maize cobs, maize stalks, the clipping from the edge crops or edge plant, so poultry droppings. So, and in only in few cases, only in few methods, especially in Bangalore method of composting, they also use night soil, street refuse and municipal refuse. So whatever the waste we get from the roadsides in municipals and towns are also used in some of the methods of composting. So now, the first we will discuss on first method of composting, that is indoor method of composting. So in 1924 to 26, an important advance is made in the practice of composting in India. An agricultural scientist, namely Dr. Albert Howard, and Dr. Ward in 1924 to 1926. So in Indore, they developed one method of composting, which is an aerobic method of composting. So which can be effectively used for getting a good quality compost in very short period of time. So this method uses all the agricultural and horticultural waste or dung, other thing which is organic in nature for composting. And this method is done by constructing the tanks above the ground, especially in elevated areas. Elevated, and if you can able to provide a shade, it's very good. So these are the waste which can be used for preparation of compost in indoor method. Animal dungs, all farm waste, all plant residues, sugarcane trash, grasses, weeds, wood ash, wood powder, soil and water. Coming to the composting procedure. So I was telling you that, so this is done by constructing the pits, these pits are constructed above the ground level. So the dimension of pits will be like this. So the width of the pits will be around 2 to 2.5 meter. So the height or depth of the pits should be around 1 to 1.2 meters, and length. So under standard condition, the length should be 3 meter. Even it can be longer, more than 3 meters also, not a problem. So coming to the how to fill the waste material in a compost pit. So at the base, so usually base is spread with a few inches of 3 to 4 inches of the material which are harder to decompose and material which are bigger in size, like stalks, twigs, shoots of the plants. So are filled at the base to make a base, because these bases are known to provide a good ventilation or aeration for the action of microorganisms. So after this, the first layer is filled to a height of 10 centimeter. So the 10 centimeter materials, including maize stalks, cob, straw, cattle shed waste, wood powder, are the materials which are difficult to degrade. So the wood chips, so all types of straw, so are spread for up to 10 centimeter. So above this, a slurry made from cow dung with a 3 to 4 kg of cow dung mixed with up to 20 to 25 liter of cow dung is mixed, made a slurry, and this slurry is sprinkled on this 10 centimeter layer of waste material. So above this, a 10 centimeter of that materials which are easy to degrade, like fruits and vegetable scraps, kitchen waste, green grasses, weeds, so green leaves, so can be filled. And above this, a 2 centimeter layer of animal dung or a well decomposed manure or a compost is laid to a thickness of 2 centimeter. So above this, again a cow dung slurry mixture is sprinkled. So on the last layer, last fourth layer, so here the soil, a thin layer of approximately around 1 centimeter layer of a soil from a cropped area is sprinkled. So this will provide a initial microorganism for decomposition of the waste material. Okay. So above the soil, so it is sprinkled with the water. So on these layers, these 1 to 4 layers are repeated until the heap reaches 1 meter to 1.5 meter. So the height of the pit will be approximately around 1 meter. So even 1 feet above that level of the tank you can also fill the material. And on the top, so once the full tank is filled, so if you are not providing any shade, you can cover the tank with a sugarcane trash or coconut leaves or banana leaves, so to prevent the loss of water from the tank. Okay. So this is how the composting pit is filled. So here, the another important aspect of indoor method of composting is, so during the composting, during the period of it will take 3 to 4 months for complete composting. So during this time in between, so there will be, you have to give turnings or you have to mix the composting material at different time intervals. Okay. So this for mixing the composting material, waste material in a tank. So in a tank, in a longitudinal place, at one end you have to leave 2 feet space without filling. So if this is a tank, at right hand side or left hand side, at one end you have to leave 2 feet or 60 centimeter area for turning of the material. So this turning is mainly given to increase the aeration and to fasten or hasten the process of composting. So your first turning is given 10 to 15 days after filling the tank. So during each filling, you can sprinkle with the water to increase the moisture level to approximately 15 to 20%. And second turning is given 15 days after the first turning. And third and last turning is given 2 months after the first turning. So first turning is given 10 to 15 days after filling the tank. Second turning 15 days after the first turning. And third turning is given 2 months after the first turning. So like this, 3 turnings are given. So and your compost will be ready in 4 months. Okay, this is the indoor method of composting. There are some of the disadvantages of indoor method of composting. So it requires a lot of laborers because it requires turning at frequent intervals. So labor requirement is larger. And since it needs to be turned manually, so and the use of large quantity of waste cannot be practical. It is not practical to use huge volume of waste because it cannot be manually turned. And here I was telling you that the site should be or the tank should be made at elevated places near the cattle, near the water shores. And there are chances that, so under unfavorable weather conditions, so if there are more wind, so if there are more rains, there are chances are more heavy sunlight which are directly hitting the tank or waste material. There are chances that the nutrient will be leached out. Okay. So next method of composting we will be studying is called as a Bangalore method of composting. So Bangalore method of composting was developed in Indian Institute of Science by scientist called Sri Ellen Acharya during 1939. So usually he recommended this method of composting for decomposing of night soil. I hope you may be knowing what is night soil. So, and this, but at present situation, we are discussing how we can utilize Bangalore method of composting for composting of the agricultural and horticultural waste, not for night soil. And this method is an anaerobic method of composting. So here composting is done by putting the waste in the pit which is open below the ground. Okay. And this method to some extent overcomes the disadvantages of indoor method of composting. So since it is done in a pit, there will not be any mixing up or turnings are required. So less labor requirement. Since we are putting the material in the pit, so there are no losses of nutrients due to large leaching or due to heavy rains or due to winds or due to heavy sunlights. And this is suitable for areas with scanty rainfall. So Bangalore method of composting is more suited for rain-fed areas or areas with scanty rainfall. So here the material which like indoor method, all the farm waste which are organic in nature can be used. So here we have to open the below ground pit with a dimension of 1 meter to up to 1.5 meter deep depth and a width of approximately 2 meter width and a length of 3 meters. So this 3 meter can be extended to 4 meter, 5 meter or up to 10 meters. Not a problem. So next, how to fill the compost tank. So here the first layer. So here in all the methods of composting, the procedure is almost filling of waste material is almost same with little modification. So usually the material with harder to decompose are put below, and material which are easy to decompose put above. Over that a layer of soil or dung is kept. So in Bangalore method of composting, first layer to a height of 10 centimeter is spread with a material which are difficult to decompose like maize stalks, cob, straw, cattle shed waste, wood powder, wood chips, etc. And above that water is sprinkled. And a second layer of 10 centimeter is filled with easy to decompose materials like fruits and vegetable scraps, green grasses, leaves, weeds, etc. So, and above this, a 2 centimeter, a small thickness of animal dungs or a well decomposed compost, or a cow dung plus urine mixture, or a litter from cattle shed which is more with a cow dung or a dung mixture can also be spread. And above this, a thin layer of mud or soil from cropland is sprinkled. So to a height of 1 centimeter to as a inoculum of or as a source of microorganism for decomposing the waste material. So above this, a water is sprinkled, and these 4 layers, so harder to decompose, so easy to decompose, animal dung and the soil. So these 4 layers are repeated. So until the mass reaches approximately 2 feet above the ground level. So after filling the tank, it should reach to at least 2 feet above the ground level. So after that, the heap is kept for 1 week to facilitate initial aerobic decomposition. So initially decomposition, there will be a more aeration. So there will be faster decomposition, and there because of decomposition, the mass reduces and the heap collapses to a ground level. Minimum at least 60 centimeter or 2 feet height will be collapsed, and the waste will come up to ground level. So after 1 week, the heap is plastered or sealed with a layer of mud, moistened mud or moistened clay or a damp grass. So above this, if required, a polythene sheet can also be laid out. Okay. So unlike this, so this is the method of filling. So after pasting with the mud, it is left for 8 to 9 months. So and after 8 to 9 months, we will get a decomposed manure. So, but since it is a anaerobic method of decomposition, so there are chances that weed seeds and pathogen to some extent may remain, and even the composting material when which is produced from anaerobic decomposition, when applied to soil, will undergo some minimum oxidation, because here the compost is produced mainly from reduction process. So some of the advantages of this method: so there are no loss of nutrients due to rain or sunlight, so no labor requirement for turning when compared to indoor method. And disadvantages: so it takes more time, up to 1 year for composting. And other disadvantages, as I said, since it is anaerobic decomposition, weed seeds and pathogenic microorganisms may remain unsterilized. Okay. So before moving on to next method, that is NADEF method of composting, so I will take a break here